everybody and welcome. I have tried so many times to start. By the way, this is Renee and this is my channel, All the Shiny. So I have started, I made a promise to myself to start doing watercolor painting, and you can't see me because I don't have another second camera for the side, but I started and stopped and started and stopped. I reorganized my center, and if you're like me and you're just like between running a house and a property and a job and a business and trying to find not enough time for yourself, I completely understand. So I have been trying to restart watercolor for months now. I believe the last video was 4 months old, and just so much has happened. And so I have been trying to get back to basics. I noticed that I am unable to. I used to be really good at drawing when I was a teenager, and I never got to pursue that because my parents were against anything that wasn't actual productive work. So we had chores and that's it. We were allowed to chores, we were allowed to go to school, we were allowed to do chores. The TV and video games and drawing and artwork, if it wasn't homework, I didn't get to do it. And I'm sure some of you can relate. I was a later in life baby to people who grew up adjacent to people who grew up in the Depression, and so work was paramount to survival, I guess. So I told myself, now that I am married and our kids are out of the house and I am 40 something years old, that it's time to start pursuing stuff that I enjoy doing. It's not dishes and cleaning house and making money and dishes and grocery shopping, and you gotta stop and rest and enjoy life. We're not born here just to serve. We're born here to enjoy things. So with that motto in mind, I am trying to enjoy the process of making art. And I get a lot of confusion from people. They think, oh, you color in coloring books. No, I use coloring books for other things. I don't color in coloring books, folks. If you do, more power to you. I want to make my own art. So I do sometimes, and I do collect coloring books for the purpose of teaching myself to draw better. Because the more you trace stuff, the better your eye-hand coordination and mental spatial coordination will become. So don't be afraid to go out and get some coloring books that speak to you, that draw you in, and use them to learn how to draw better, especially if you're going to go into painting, because then you have that spatial recognition, the muscle memory, and the practice in, and you can then use that to better your artwork. So in spirit of that, rather than picking up a brush, I had this great idea of using planners and the whole, and we are still upside down. I'm going to fix that, folks. I am so sorry. Flip horizontally, right? Nope. There we go. Nope. Yep, that should work. Let's see if we can get a little bit. No. So I'm going to need to adjust the camera before future videos, because that being wonky is wonky. Anyway, so a lot of times my husband and I go to, and this is actually my journal, my planner from 2021, but a lot of times I go into Walmart and I see these planners from past years, just piles of them for $1 or $2, and I'm thinking, well, nobody's going to want them because they're out of date, but they have a great purpose. And that's the purpose of this video today, is to show you that you can use these calendars from past years, and they don't have to sit there and waste money and time. So this is mine from 2021. This is from 2023. My one from 2022, it's around here somewhere. So yeah, if you're paying like me, I paid I think $14 for this, and I have all my to-do lists in here, but it's really got no purpose beyond those to-do lists and planning. So I went and got some YouTube videos, and when I get the ability to put links in the description, I will link them in this video. So I've got drawing warm-ups, And I'll show you what I mean by we're going to use this. So I use the contact section to write down a kind of to-do list for drawing warm-ups. So I got 12 from Jess Corp. I got another 8 from Teleparte. I found one from Proco that was nice. One from and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 from Genevieve Design Studios. And then I added one above. I wanted to add 31, but in all honesty, I'm probably not going to be doing one a day. I'll probably do several and then stop and start and stop and start. My plan is to get up early in the morning with my cup of tea and sit here and doodle in this. And it's really nice because it's already got little boxes drawn out for you. You don't have to follow the dates on here, but you can sit here and do all the doodles. And you can see where I started, and that freehand circles, and then I did cross hatching, and then I did a continuous line drawing of a bird. Yeah, I'm terrible. Then I did a gradient. And so what Jess Corp recommends is that, I think it was Jess Corp, I don't know, I'll keep looking. I know there was a video from a long time ago I saw that recommended that you try each of these doodles in one kind of medium and then you use them in different mediums. So for instance, I used a pen for these, and I don't know what I do with the pen. And then say I get through all of them once, and then say I pull out a calligraphy pen or I pull out a crayon. These are a fabric marker, which for some reason never mark on fabrics for me. And I might, after I get done with this, doing this with a pen, go do this whole list in a marker or a crayon or a colored pencil, or pull out one of my Tombow brushes, or maybe a calligraphy pen, or different textures of charcoal, and just go through each of their things. So when I'm able to give you the links, you'll be able to see what they explain here, and then you can get yourself these or use these from past years as a place to doodle. And it's not just the calendar, but look at these spaces you have. And I know there's gridded lines, but you ignore this gridded line. It's just a piece of paper, but it's already divided into sections. So you could come through and say, do one of these things in a section, or say, well, today is Tuesday, so I'm going to grid this, and I'll do 3 or 4 or 5 in a section. And that gives you a whole thing that's already timed out with tabs, with gridded lines and sections for you to be able to draw in. And I thought it was a great idea. I just wanted to bring it to everyone else. Like for instance, this is my last year's one. You can see I used it for my to-do list. And it's got markings from a bowl that got sat on it. But it's still paper that can be used. So we can go through here, and this has this kind of gridding in it, or it has this texture, but it's still great paper that's already pre-divided and inspirational. And you can, trick your mind into thinking you're going to do all the January ones or whatever, but it was a great idea to me. And then I have also these, which is basically a journal, but you could use anything really. So don't forget to go look into those clearance racks and find yourself some cheap paper that's inspirational to be able to do doodles in to improve your artistry. I want to lastly say I do have this pencil. This is given to me by Diane from Watercolor Beginners and Beyond. And, oh, it's loose. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Well, that's news to me. So anyway, I think you could change out the tips. But this is a forever pen, I guess. So it's supposed to not need sharpening, and it's got an eraser in it. And it's really nice because it draws faintly. And then you can come over with on your watercolor paper or your oil paper. And these lines kind of just fade. Somewhat. So anyway, I'll put a link for these in the description below as well. Alright, take care. And yeah, so go ahead and make your own list, or do like me and look over these videos and make your own list of drawing prompts and see how many you can get done in a day, a week, a month, and get yourself some cheap paper. Alrighty, take care everyone. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos.